Hey guys, it's me. So in this video, because nobody's home, I thought I would take a little bit of time and talk about what it is like living with a Japanese host family and what might happen if you do get the chance to stay with a Japanese family. It's kind of a difficult subject for me to talk about because obviously all families you stay with are going to be different, and so you know, it won't be the same with every family, but these are just some general good to know things, I guess. Just very general things that I've noticed staying here. So to start off, I'm going to say, and this has kind of been a question from you guys, about how the host families work. I've had 4 families, and in my last family, which is my 4th one, and the first 2 families I stayed with them for 3 months and 3 months, and then the 3rd family I only got to stay with them for 1 month because they were having a baby, and then this one I'm staying with them for the rest of my exchange, so till August 5th, which is scary. I don't want to go home, I don't want to talk about that, but so yeah, I'm staying with this family a bit longer. And another thing, this is a question that I've had people ask a lot, is like, I go to the same school. Even when I switch families, I still go to the same school. So all the families are in the same city, or like the same general area around the city, just generally close to your school. So I don't have to switch schools or anything. I just kind of have to learn a new route to school, which has always been fine. So I didn't ever have to worry about that. That was always okay. But so that's how it works. And then with Rotary, at least, you aren't always with a Rotarian for your family. My first family, they weren't Rotarians, but the rest have been Rotarians. But usually, if you're going to be with a Rotarian, so I've been with 3 Rotarian families, and they're all very like higher, upper level people. So like Rotarians in Japan are usually like business owners and company like presidents and stuff like that, and so they're all very high class, upper status people. So if you stay with them, you will be having some prime living arrangements, that's for sure. So that is kind of how the host families work with my exchange program, Rotary. So some things that I've noticed with host families. When you first get here, when you first move into a family, let's say you don't speak Japanese yet, you know, one of your first families or whatever, they are very understanding of that, usually. If they are older people, like my grandmother, my host grandmother, she, in the beginning, she would just talk to me like I was completely fluent, just wah, you know, going on and on and on. And then when it was my turn to respond and I was just like, I don't know what you said, she would just laugh and just kind of like slap you, like they do that here, but it's not like a slap, it's like a love tap. They just slap you, and oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable sitting like this. Oh, okay, there we go. Can you guys still see me? Hopefully. Okay, this is better. Sorry, freak out. Anyway, so, but they're very understanding of the fact if you don't understand what's going on, and if you do something wrong, generally they will be completely fine with it. I have never had any issues with my families. I've never fought with them or anything like that, but some other exchange students have had some issues, which are generally pretty rare, but I'm going to say that generally it's okay if you make a mistake and they will be completely understanding. But another thing is that when you first get there, they're going to make you feel really at home, but the thing is that they don't like it if you make yourself too at home, like instantly. So like what I call it is like reaching the level of not being able to wear pants. Like you have to know, it sounds really weird, but okay. You have to know when it's okay to not wear pants. For a while with your first, or when you're first with this family, you have to stay very nice and very clean, and yes, I'm a normal child that wears pants and stuff like that. But then when you kind of get into the routine with the family, like you know what chores they want you to do, you know what time you need to wake up and go to bed, and you know all that kind of stuff, you know, laundry, shower, food schedules, all that kind of stuff, routines, then you can kind of settle in a bit more and, you know, run around with no pants on, is what I like to say. So basically you have to know when it's okay to kind of settle in. So for the first bit while you're with your family, you know, stay very nice, and of course be respectful the whole time that you're with the family, but you know, you have to ease yourself into the family. And for families, it depends. I mean, some families, like, you'll just bond right away, and then other families, it takes a bit more. My first two families, it was just instant, I love you, we are family forever. My third family, it was a little bit different. I love them like a family, but the grandpa and the grandma, they never would really talk to me. I would try and get to know them a bit, but they wouldn't really talk to me that much, so I didn't have the best relationship with them. But my host mom and host dad and all the kids and stuff, I have a great relationship with them, so it's different for families. And the one now, my dad's really busy, so he isn't home a lot, and so I don't, and again, I've tried to get to know him better, but it's kind of difficult. He doesn't really talk to me that much, but then with my mom and my sister and stuff, we're really, really close and stuff. So all families are going to be different, especially with how you bond with them. And one thing that will go a really long way in a host family is making sure that, I mean, like, I always try and keep my room very clean. This is actually kind of dirty because it's after school. I clean my room every day, and it'll go a long way, and it'll mean a lot to them if you keep your room clean. And you know, if they ask you to do something, then you are expected to do it, and if you do it, they will so appreciate that. You know, when they ask you to do something, just do it. Just do it. Even if you don't want to, and even if it doesn't make sense, just do it. I mean, you don't want to start any issues, so that's the thing. But it'll go a long way with them, and it'll also go a long way to them, like, if you really try out the language. I mean, even if you just know a couple words, it so goes a long way. I mean, carry around a dictionary and go through and basically start from there to talk to them, and that will mean a lot to them. That'll really mean that you're really trying, so do that. Okay, so another thing that I have to talk about is kind of an interesting thing, I think. I still kind of feel weird about it, and it's still, I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. Basically, the role of a Japanese housewife is very important. Basically, they do everything. Like, they do everything in the house, and so, you know, in America, every day I have chores, you know, I have to do this, this, and this every day, you know, stuff like that. And here, because the mothers do everything, I didn't have to do anything. So from going to, you know, having chores every day and doing things to just nothing, I was just, you know, just like, oh, what do I do? And so, you know, I'd ask my host mom, you know, oh, do you want help with the dishes? Do you want me to, you know, set the table, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, she'd say no. And at first I was just like I felt really sad, like, I don't know why, I just felt really weird not having anything to do, and I still do feel kind of odd about it. Like, this family, they let me help out a little more, and they ask me, oh, set the table, Hannah, you know, put the dishes away, or, you know, stuff like that, and which I'm actually really happy to do, because I hate feeling like useless, and so I really want to help. But if you're going to stay with a Japanese host family and you do ask to help them and they say no, don't be offended. You know, my first family, they didn't really let me help at all, and it was kind of, I was just like, oh, man. But the second family was the same. They didn't really let me do much. Third family, I would help a little bit because there's a lot of kids and stuff, so I was always cleaning up messes and from there. But fourth family, you know, got some stuff to do. Sometimes I do my own laundry, stuff like that. You know, really easy stuff. But so yeah, don't be offended if they don't let you help. But I'm sure that if you do ask them if they want help, I'm sure they'll think that's really nice. I bet they think it's really nice because they're so busy all the time, and just, it amazes me. I don't know. It amazes me how busy these women are and how hard they work. So yes. That is a thing. Another thing that I would like to say is if you promise them something, literally anybody in Japan, but especially your host family, because obviously you're trying to form a good relationship with them. If you promise them something, follow through with the promise. I'm telling you, don't break a promise to your family, because you want them to trust you, and if you break that promise, well then it's like, oh, you broke a promise. That kind of leads towards you being kind of untrustworthy. But they do expect things of you if you say you're going to do it, and especially if they ask you to do it. Like I said, do what they ask you to do, but do not break a promise. So if you say, okay, I'll be back home by this time, you better be back home by that time. If you say, oh, I'll do my homework for tomorrow, you better do your homework, stuff like that. Do not break a promise, which is kind of like, yeah, I know, but really, don't break a promise. So those are some things about Japanese host families. One thing, okay, I still am just like, ugh, about it. Okay, one thing that I don't like is now, don't get me wrong, I mean, okay, I'm not a dirty person, don't think I'm dirty, but they want you to shower like every single day, and okay, I shower every day usually, but sometimes there's those days where it's just like, I'm so tired, I don't want to do that. But like one time I missed a shower in my first family, and like the crack of dawn they woke me up. They're like, you have to take a shower because you forgot to last night. And so like they're really like, what's the word, adamant, is that the word, is that even a word? English. But they're really into showers and bathing, and so it was killing my hair. It dried out my hair, this whole showering every day. So now I put it up every day, or put it up and I wash my hair every other day. So if this happens to you in Japan, if your hair dies because they're like, you must shower all the time, then put it up every other day and only wash it every other day, but shower every day. It fools them. But anyway, so that's a weird thing. That's just me, because I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary to shower that often. Call me gross, but it's not. Just calm yourselves. Unless you're rolling around in the dirt, then go take a shower. I'm going on and on and on. I'm sorry. I know it's really dark, but I have this thing where I don't like turning on the light unless it's completely necessary, because it's like, I don't need a light necessarily. I like keeping the blinds open as long as I can, because I don't really like I don't like how artificial lights look, like how it just doesn't look as good as regular sunlight, so I don't like it. Also, it just wastes electricity, so I just like keeping my blinds open. But I'm sorry, I know it's getting kind of dark because the sun is setting. But yep, so that is basically what I wanted to talk about. So now you know when you can take off your pants in a family, and now you know my troubles of having to shower every day like a normal person. But basically, yeah, those are some things about Japanese family. This is kind of brief, and I know this is really long, but it can't go on forever. I wish I could, but I can't. So yep, that's about it for now. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. I appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, you guys. If you guys like looking at shameless selfies, follow me on Instagram at hambanan22, and that will be down in the description below. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed. It's insane seeing how many subscribers I have. I honestly didn't expect it, but it happened, so thank you. It's really nice of all you guys. Makes me feel pretty nice. But yeah, so that is this video, and I'm sorry it's really long, but my videos are always really long. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time, so until then, bye.